Jim, you have identified a particular area of leadership development for the people who are already at the company, because Velcro takes two sides to stick.
That's right.
So you got to have the young people, the new people, the non-traditional talent willing to come, but you also have to have people at the companies willing to receive and passionate about it, excited about it, and competent at it. However, your tactics for creating the sticky side on the company side are unorthodox in the extreme. I hope you have thought through all the possible challenges of doing this at scale, but could you please explain to people what you do to folks to get them ready?
Yeah, well, let me take a step back and explain what our programs are all about,
Yes.
and then how GE folks for 26 years have been contributing into them. So we run intensive service learning programs in some of the most challenged urban high schools in the United States, bar none. We are at ground zero for the dropout crisis in America right now, working with youth, empowering them to change those statistics. So we empower kids through service learning. They look into their communities, they analyze, they look at the issues, they decide how they want to make change, right? Then they go and do it through service. And so over the last 26 years, we have mobilized more than 1,000 kids to contribute over 2 million hours of service and touch the lives of 1 million people living below the U.S. poverty line in their own neighborhoods. These same kids have gone overseas and helped us build 1,200 schools in some of the economically poorest countries on the planet. We're in Burkina Faso, Mali, Malawi, Senegal, Haiti, Nicaragua, Nepal, and it has transformed everything. More than 1 million children, parents, and grandparents have attended these schools. So these urban youth have impacted the lives of 2 million people, and the impact on the students is incredible. 97% of the kids that get involved in buildOn graduate in 4 years, 88% go to college. Those numbers are huge because the high schools where we're working with have an average graduation rate of well below 60%.
So look, that's phenomenal, and people have been screaming about it and excited about it. And you're capturing genius out of this stream. That's really sometimes literally a school to prison pipeline where we're just taking genius and sticking it in prison. You're diverting that stream, and that's great. But we also know that sometimes companies aren't ready, and even leaders don't get the joke. So what are you doing to help leaders receive and get excited and understand what the opportunity is? Because this is the crazy part. You thought the first part was crazy, this is even crazier.
So we're in the South Bronx, we're in East New York, we're on the south and west sides of Chicago, two of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the country. We're in Oakland, we're in Boston. And 3 years ago, we couldn't have paid our donors and stakeholders to come and spend some time with our students. Mm-hmm. So what we did is we looked at millennials. We looked at Gen Zs, and they want to have a meaningful job working for an organization that has a mission and is making social impact. So we developed some platforms for millennials primarily to go deep. So we have a 36-hour immersion platform, which is full on, it's very intense. You're committed for 36 hours. You're paired up with a buildOn student in the South Bronx or on the south side of Chicago. They take you into their neighborhoods, take you into their schools. They talk to you very candidly about the challenges and the solutions, and then you serve alongside these students. We also have a 6-month mentoring program, which we facilitate and bring mentors from some of the best companies in the world into our schools and our students to your companies. And then the third platform is kind of the most outrageous. We take teams of students and executives overseas to build schools, live with host families, and work side by side, digging foundations, mixing concrete. Kozema Ship Chandler, CFO of GE Digital, he's done it with his kids. He's doing more of it, so it's pretty exciting stuff.
So I'm going to move on to a couple more questions. But I would imagine that when you say South Bronx, people might have some stereotypes. 36 hours later, what do the people who go say about those young people?
Well, I was just in the South Bronx on Friday with Dominic Barton, global CEO of McKinsey, with Vic, the head of North America for McKinsey, and then like 12 of their best and brightest at McKinsey, right? And that's saying a lot because McKinsey's McKinsey. So We're in the South Bronx, and by the afternoon, we weren't even done yet. By the end of the first afternoon, Dominic Barton stands up and he said, I have never seen anything like this. These kids are resilient. They face immense adversity. They overcome it. They focus on solution. They have grit.
That's right.
They have tenacity. They never give up. This is the best place for us to bring clients to learn about leadership.
Wow.
So they made $1 million commitment to buildOn, and they're bringing clients to the South Bronx on the south side of Chicago and the East Bay to learn about leadership from our students. So this dovetails on what the work that you're doing, man. This is where the talent is. What I'd like to leave everybody with is gratitude. So over the last 26 years, GE folks have gone out and built 35 schools in some of the poorest countries on the planet. Members, leaders from 9 different businesses have fanned out across the United States to do the deep dive, immerse for 36 hours to mentor our students. So we are just immensely grateful for that. Anybody else who's interested, come see us. We'd love to take you in there. There is radically great talent in our communities. We got to tap it.